Hi Kaylee, it is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night. Mostly what I want to talk about this week is how I am learning to fall in love with reading again. If you don't know, I was an English major and I loved my degree. So glad I did it. But the one thing that it does to you is you're given like a list of books for each class, right? And you could be taking 2 to 4 English classes each semester. And so you have a list of books for each class that you're expected to finish. And when you're doing that, you're overloading on reading and you're trying to accomplish so many books at once. You really don't end up reading a whole lot. Also, you end up reading all the time, 24/7, and also writing about those books. And so on my free time, I wouldn't exactly be reaching for a novel, if you know what I'm saying. Now that I've been graduated for pretty much 6 months, I'm ready to start reading again. Initially, I thought that would mean kind of just diving back into like super academic, super highly acclaimed classics, but no, it's kind of like having to start with basics again, but it's not really the basics. Books I recently finished are The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown. Highly recommend that. But also, I've just been dipping my toe back into fiction. I started this book a long time ago. It's The Secret History by Donna Tartt. It's hard because I can't officially recommend it because it's just like so dark and so depressing, but also the writing's so good and it acknowledges that the evil that goes on in this book is evil, if you know what I mean. But it's just like, it's a hard read. It took me a long time to get through it. People call it a modern classic and I feel like people don't throw around those terms lightly, and so I read it. I would agree with them. It definitely reads like a classic. But the thing about classics, now that I've read quite a few of them now, is that a lot of the characters in classics are likable. You're probably not gonna love how it ends. It's obviously not written for people who cherish and carry with them the good, beautiful, and true. This is the bad, ugly, and false. But it's good. It's a good case study as to what pure evil looks like. After I finished that, Luke wanted me to read this book, The Ogres and the Orphans. Super sweet. Again, it is children's literature, but I loved it so much, and now I want to carry Peanuts with me so I can befriend crows around me, because apparently if you befriend crows and someone tries to attack you, the crows will attack them. So yeah, doing that. And also, a while ago, Jill, she got me the Percy Jackson series because we kind of traded series. I had her read Harry Potter, and she's now having me read Aragon and Percy Jackson because those are 2 series that I missed out on in my childhood. And so I read the first 2 books. I read the first book last year and the second book this year. The first book was just delightful and fun, and you know, I was like, oh yeah, I can see how you love this growing up. And then the second book was like, okay. It was still sweet and it was still really good, but I'm about 100 pages into this one, and this is the one that's gonna get me. This is the one that's gonna make me love the series. I've been wanting to read the series for a while now, and I'm glad that 1, right now, while I'm still waiting to hear back from jobs, I finally have the time, and 2, it's just, I know it's such a beloved series that I missed out on and want to catch up, and I want to know what's going on when the TV series comes out, because apparently everyone's really happy with the casting and they have a lot of faith in the show after what the transgressions with the movie. So yeah, I'm excited. I love this so far and I can't wait to finish it. But basically what I want this vlog to be about, kind of learning how to love reading again and what that's been doing for me, my mind, my mental health, and my spirit. I think now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on the TV, I'm gonna go to YouTube, and I'm gonna find some reading ambiance. If you're in school, you should definitely do this. Just look up like ASMR rooms, reading ambiance, study ambiance, and then find a plethora of videos that are like 3 hours long where it's just soft music that you can listen to while you read, and maybe like a beautiful scene. I love reading to those. A lot of times I'll set my phone aside and like start a timer if I don't want to be reading forever, but because I have a short attention span, I can't have my phone next to me while I read. Otherwise I won't read at all. Another thing I've been doing is phone time limits, and Luke has the password. It's not something I can override, and it's changing my life. I love that I have very limited access to social media right now because it actually gives me the freedom to do things like finish books. Yeah, those are the practices I've been implementing. Also, the third thing I've been doing is going and reading in fun places and like romanticizing reading, making it cute. So the other day, Luke and I biked to the river, and I brought AirPods because I have to be listening to white noise, otherwise I will wave to every person who goes by, pet every dog that goes by, otherwise I will tune into other people's conversations and I'll read the same page over and over again. I'm not very far in my reading goal at all, and I think that's a lot of because school burnout and all my my life transitions that have been happening. I'm only 7 books in. I want to challenge myself and try to get to that 25 reading goal by the end of December. I hope I get it. That would be so cool if I could. So I thought that going through the Percy Jackson series would make it a little easier to maintain those goals. I've been recording for 9 minutes? How did this happen? Ugh. When we started this channel, I thought I would put the camera in front of me and have absolutely nothing to say. I think I'm going to turn on my TV. It's still decorated for Halloween, so you're gonna see some bats, and I'm gonna start reading Percy Jackson. Kaylee, I will see you on Sunday.
Bare feet on concrete, so me walk to the singing road. The one that calls out my name, the one that calls out home. Bare feet on concrete, trace the lines of a paper map to the
Good morning, Kaylee. It is Saturday. Luke and I just got back from playing pickleball. I did a lot better today. It was actually really fun. Doing better in the sense that my skills are getting better. I'm still not scoring above a 3 or a 4 in a game. Today I didn't score above a 3. I think it's partially just because Luke is really good. He's good at defending. I'm so close to finishing Percy Jackson. I haven't binge read for fun in a long time. I've binge read for school where I've just like read all night. Not great, but I haven't binge read for fun in a long time, and so I am so close to being done. But I was gonna make tea first. Luke is away right now. He's dropping off a friend at work, but I was gonna make tea first, just like normal tea in a bag, but I realized that I haven't put my tea setup on here yet, and Luke isn't home yet, so I'm gonna surprise him by setting up tea. I hope I do it right, and then I'm gonna finish the book. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen now. So this is our tea closet. All of this is tea. All of that is tea. And this is my tea stuff that I've accumulated over the years of dating and being engaged to Luke. Some are gifts from him, some are things we've gotten at tea conventions, but I haven't opened this box since I've lived here. So I'm gonna surprise him by having my own tea set up. So super excited. So the tea we're gonna be brewing today is called Honey Bomb. Looks like this. I actually haven't used it yet since we bought it at the tea convention, so I'm excited. So this is my tea tray. There's the sun and like mountains and water.
Sometimes I watch the clouds, they're begging to be stared at. They say my thoughts aloud.
Yeah!
Good, I have in and out.
You do? Well, then we'll have to pause this tea sesh. In and out break. Smile.
Never used to do that. My dreams smell just like pine, like something once forgotten. They feel just like they're mine, but the wind blows them like cotton. The rivers gave me my blue eyes. The trees inspired me to grow. I feel so young that
I slapped my butt in front of the camera.
You slapped your button?
Butt in front of the
That seems to be the ongoing trend. You slapped your butt in every one of my videos.
continuity.
All done. Definitely way better than the first two. Worlds better. Very, 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 very good. We are on a hiking speed hills, and it's really, really pretty.
Oh, poop.
Oh, uh-oh.
woke up wanting you beside me. I don't know what else to say.
Walking in the woods, and we discovered a Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
It looks way better than the Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
That it does. It's a little less droopy.
And listen to our favorite song.
Forage, which is our favorite little coffee shop. It is Christian owned and it very clearly has that demographic. And we both read books. What are you reading right now?
Man's Search for Meaning.
Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. And I am reading, I can't remember the name. It's like God in the Woods or something. But it's really good and it's just fun to read together and compare notes. And now we're going to TJ's because it is a little farther out, but it is worth the trek. Groceries were a success. Got new snacks. What did you get?
Cheesy truffle Cheetos.
How are they?
Great.
We find that any Trader Joe's truffle thing is very, very good. Truffle is, I almost said exhausting. Truffle is addicting. I also got these, and I haven't tried them yet. They're fruit leather buttons, and this is grape mango, which is an odd flavor combo. So, yeah, we'll see.
Bare feet on concrete, trace the lines of a paper map to the places that I've never been, but my heart's already.
We call this area the cat hotel because there are always cats running in and out. Look at how cute this one is! Oh my gosh. Can I come home with us? There's another! Hi, baby kitty!
I'll cover the map with push pins on my wall, singing road.
Hi! Hello! What did you make for me today?
I made you a oat milk chocolate cinnamon.
I'm very excited.
So it's
Pretty. Thank you!
chocolate cinnamon. You're welcome. See you in a few weeks.
Hi Kaylee, it is Wednesday. I know, I should not be filming, I should be editing. I have so much footage to cut down that I don't even know if I'll get it up in time. I needed to talk about The God of the Garden because I just finished it. I now am mandating you. You have to read this book. It is now required reading. I'm the teacher now. Read the book. It's so good. Of course, he's masterful at writing. His prose is so brilliant. It's beautiful. It flows so well. It's conversational, but it's still elevated in a way that it's still just artful and tender and warm. Part of that is how he interweaves his memoir, so his own experiences, with this commentary about place and what place is. So again, place isn't just a location. Place is made up of what grows in the place, including the people and the animals, culture and the history. All those things create place. And so what is somewhere that is a no place? Think of somewhere where maybe there were trees at some point, but they were cut down. And then all these buildings were erected that kind of all look the same. Think of a bunch of houses. There's no need for gardens anymore, so how about we just put a bunch of patches of lawn that we all like labor over, but we don't really use that often, and they kind of just sit in the front of our yard. And if you live in California, then they often look terrible because you can't water your lawn during a drought. And so we don't have gardens in our front yards. All our houses look the same. We've gotten rid of the old growth trees. We are divorced from the history because in these no places, there's no really central gathering place. So no culture, no history, not the normal trees or flora or fauna that grows there. Yes, there's people, but none of them really know each other. There's nothing connecting them because we all have cars, right? We have our cars to take us to our gathering places, to work, to church, elsewhere. Andrew Peterson is like, that's not how it's supposed to be. And one of the ways he knows this is because of how it is in England, how there are these things called footpaths where you can just walk into open fields and no one will tell you that you're trespassing somewhere, and you can just walk forever. And people who do that are known as walkers, and these footpaths are historical and beautiful. And that's one of the reasons he says that people, they go to England, they come back to the US and they're like, wow, this place is really ugly in comparison. And Andrew Peterson says, no, the US is stunning and gorgeous. It's just that, one, we have too many suburban no places where we have Walmart, Chipotle, and all our conveniences, but nowhere to gather, no culture that connects you to your neighbor, and also nowhere to walk on foot. We have to drive everywhere, essentially, in our new suburban areas. And so it's not that the US is any less beautiful than the English countryside, it's that there's much more hidden beauty, in the sense that beauty is often hidden behind private property signs and fences. The book, while it is a memoir, and it is about trees, and it is about the hope found in Jesus Christ, as all good stories point to, it is also an elegy for the loss of sacred places. But his goal of this book is to open the reader's eyes up to creation, and to not just go and seek out, you know, the great wonders of the world, but look in your backyard. What's growing there? Go down the street, find local forest. What trees grow there? How is your place different from other places? Yeah, it's so encouraging. Also discouraging in the sense that I'm like, America, why are we like this? Why did we create no places? Yeah, so it made me very, very happy reading this book, but also really, really sad because we are in need of sacred places. Definitely read this book, but Kaylee, I will see you on Sunday. Have a great night. Bye-bye.